Hello YouTube family, Greg D here with TGN and we are back for another DCUO video, and I thought today, since I haven't really made one of these videos in a long time, and I know I'm going to get a bunch of people that are saying, oh my god, you shouldn't be making these videos, you suck, you don't have a lot of skill points, yada 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 yada, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Anywho, I figured before we go ahead and switch our power with our main character that I would show you what we're using as far as, and go through and explain what we're using as far as our electric DPS loadout here. Like I said, before we end up switching the power here very shortly, I actually checked today to make sure that I didn't have the loyalty points yet, which I don't. So again, we will be switching the power of our main character here soon. But like I said, in the meantime, I wanted to go over what we're using, explain, what I'm using as far as artifacts and stats and all that fun stuff. So um, this is, as per usual, where you're going to get the most damage from. This is a might-based loadout, so what you want to do as far as your stat points. And yes, I realize that I only have 213 points, so I know people are going to be freaking out about that, but I don't care. This is what works for me, so just back off. So, in any case, what we got here, obviously you have your three different types here. You have your weapons expert, you have your hybrid, and then you have your super powered. So obviously 99.9% of our damage comes from might in this case. So your loadout as far as your powers. So super powered is the way to go. Then obviously you want your critical attack chance, critical attack damage. Now in this case of just solely being strictly a DPS, all the rest of your points. Now I know I have one randomly in precision. I don't know why I did that, but just bear with me here. So all the rest of the points that you have, you want to put in might and power. Obviously, you do want to make sure that you have at least 1 point in your movement mode there. I know some people like to do these sort of moves in here. I've never really been a huge fan of these, like anything like this, so that's totally up to you. Now, if you'd like to use weapon mastery or anything like that, again, that's up to you, but really all you need is you don't have to throw any points in here if you don't want to. Some people do like to use iconic powers, what you see there. I do have Neo Venom Boost, which is a great supercharge for you if you do not necessarily like any of the supercharges that come with your particular power. So I have one in there. Again, doesn't matter, but you just want to make sure you have something there. So, and then as far as the loadout is concerned, you obviously want to go. Well, I should say not obviously, but we're gonna go left to right. So, circuit breaker is our supercharge here. You could use Neo Venom Boost, but Circuit Breaker and Neo Venom Boost basically do the same thing. So obviously this is the electric one, so I'm going to use that. Literally, they're the same exact thing. Create a localized burst of electricity to protect yourself against control effects and increase your damage output. So you're getting a defense boost and you're getting a damage boost there as well. So from left to right. Otherwise, you have Electric Genesis, Arc Lightning, Tesla Ball, Voltaic Blast, Electrocute. So as you can see there, damages enemies near your two targets. Electrifies enemies, making them vulnerable to so that's your power interaction there. Electrified enemies take additional damage. Electrified enemies take additional damage, and electrified enemies take additional damage. So, voila. So, and literally all you're doing through this is just going from left to right. Now, I will show you here what I have as far as artifacts. So, if I've never really gone over this before and you've been watching me for a while, I apologize. So, what I'm using right now is, and again, too, I know a bunch of people are going to be like, oh my god, you don't have a lot of, your artifacts aren't ranked up, or you're using the wrong artifacts, and blah, 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 blah. Like, just, this is what I'm using. This is what works best for me. If And by all means, this is just my opinion, so you don't have to use anything that I'm talking about here. But like I said, this is what works best for me. This is just showing you what, again, this is what works for me. So take it with a grain of salt. You try it out, see it for yourself if you like it. Um, so what I'm using here, and again, I'm going to be changing these out. Um, so what I have right now is the Tetrahedron of Urgrund, level 132. I have Scrap of Soul Cloak, which I'm going to switch out, and I have Computer's Redistributor, HUD. Now, what I would do, and what I'm actually in the process of leveling them up, if what I would highly recommend for anybody that's DPSing is to use the Strategist card, which you see I am in the process of leveling up, and I would use also the Transformation card. So just keep that in mind as well. So these are the ones that I want to get leveled up, because these are actually two very good DPS ones. You can see there, gain 20% critical chance and 30% critical magnitude on your attacks and heals. So this is great for DPS powers that are also healing powers. And then you can see there too, reduce your total damage and healing done by 21%, 19, 17, 15. So, and then you can look through there as far as there's a resto stat, there's, you know, this one there's a might stat, there's a power, health, you know, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. This one is upon achieving a critical hit on target, there's a chance to apply tactical advantage on that target based on type of ability. So basically you can get a, in our case being a DPS, you get a apply a damage over time, which is very sweet and very good. So obviously when I had this character, I didn't really know what I was doing as far as the artifacts were concerned. This is obviously one of the first ones you get from doing the mission with John Constantine. So obviously I have that one up to 132, so that's what I've been using just because it's ranked so high at this point. Also, I will show you all the white mods that I'm using right now as well. So in the weapon, I always use Blast Adapter. Weapon attacks blast your target and 5 other enemies for additional damage. This effect may only occur once every 20 seconds. In this case, I have Energized Electrocute, which is obviously one of the powers in our loadout. Returns 3% of your power when you use the power itself, which is obviously a very good thing, because, you know, a lot of powers in general can be power hungry depending on how you use them. So getting power back obviously is a very, very good thing. For the neck, I have Escalating Might. Increase your might by 2% for 8 seconds when you hit an enemy with a harmful superpower. Okay. The backsaw, I have Accelerated Tesla Ball, which reduces the cooldown of electricity. Again, once again, this is what works best for me. You can basically, you know, trial and error with your white mods, play around with them, see what works best for you. But again, there's different ones that you can kind of play with in the sense, just because you can get certain things. Obviously, some of the white mods are power specific, whether you're earth, whether you're sorcery, whether you're in this case electric. So like I said, just play around with them, see what works. Superpowers use 5% less power in this case. I have restorative. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know I am. Overcharge heals you a small amount when you use electricity overcharge. This effect can only occur once every 12 seconds. Deadly block there. Your block counter causes additional damage equal to 5% of your precision. Hand socket, which I have max damage, and that increases your damage by 2% over some time. And okay, so we have that. So you have your artifacts, you have your white mods. We've gone over obviously your stat points and everything of that nature. So now we will show you the actual loadout. Now, once again, easy peasy, you're just going to go from left to right. So you're literally just going to go left to right, and then what I'll do a lot of times is I'll just kind of throw in a weapon attack in there just for the hell of it, because obviously when you're waiting for your powers to kind of queue back up. Well, not queue back up, but you know, you're waiting for the power to regenerate there. You can see. So this is great. It works very well AoE wise, which are definitely, I definitely prefer AoE type loadouts as opposed to single target stuff. I mean, obviously the single target loadouts are great for bosses and whatnot, but I prefer having AoEs because, I mean, especially when you're in those top end content, you're going to be fighting, you know, in alerts and raids, you're going to be fighting a lot of groups of ads and everything. So just keep that in mind as well. So now we'll throw our trinket on there, and we'll just kind of see. So I had a hit for 51,000 there. And again, I will just kind of throw out that weapon attack a lot of times just while you're waiting for the powers to kind of cool down there. Alright, so now we got our supercharge. That's another great thing about Circuit Breaker 2, and Neo Venom Boost for that fact too, is that they actually charge up pretty quickly, so you don't have to really... I've gone through raids, especially like the anniversary ones here, where you can literally use them multiple times throughout the raid, which is great. So, again, we'll just go through. And now what I'll do is I'll use the supercharge. Electricity is actually kind of fun. The animation itself is good. And it's just a fun power. It was always kind of like a bastard stepchild of DC for a very long time, but it can be a pretty fun power to use. And a pretty potent one at that. Now, obviously, the more skill points that you have, the higher your combat rating is. These numbers will certainly go up. Now, I know that I don't have a lot in the way of skill points there, so the numbers won't be as high, but there you go. You kind of get a little taste of it. Also, I would recommend too, in your generator mods. I forgot to mention this. In your generator mods, you obviously want to have as many precision points, or not precision points, might points as you can. So whether you go through the vendors on the new episodes, or whether you're just playing through the instances, you want to make sure that you're installing those generator mods, might and power, might and power, might and power, wherever you can. So just keep that in mind as well. So now what we'll do is let's just queue up. I mean, we'll just queue up for something that we can do really quick here. Let's see. Okay, so we will just queue up for let's see if we can actually get it first off. But I was going to say we'll go through one of the little events here and just kind of see. Well, let's see if we can queue up for one of these real quick. Because that way we can show you. And of course now, oh, there it goes. Okay, so we'll go through this together, and we'll show you. Now, obviously, for those of you guys who have been following my channel for some time, you will have seen me go through this multiple times. But for those of you who are new to the channel, we'll get to see how well this does.
Both my moms are from Winap, but my ancestors were from Earth. Being back here has been an amazing opportunity.
Now keep in mind as well too that this is one of the event versions, so damage will probably be a little bit higher regardless. But
and I'm the leader, Rock Krint, aka Cosmic Boy. Back on Brawl, magnetic powers aren't that big a deal, but they do come in handy.
Out of our way! Quizlet helping Starfire! Not to worry.
Okay. Quizlet. Now, we just need to make sure you can handle New Earth's atmosphere. Follow us to the obstacle course.
And again, by all means, like I said, play around with the loadout, because sometimes, you know, people come up with different things, and like I said, in a lot of cases there are little tweaks that you can make to suit you, you know, and suit your playing style. So
apologies for this intrusion.
take, you know, what I'm giving you here and what I'm trying to use with a grain of salt. So
Hang up the phone. We're not the only 21sters here. Can we watch the test? Please, please.
Sure. Lightning Lad, Saturn Girl, can you deal with the room?
am I with a group here?
Have fun watching
Oh, you two are in the same little league there. Are you supposed to be like an Iron Man league? Or a Marvel league, for that matter? Alright, away we go. Away we go. Now, there is a level, or I should say, a combat rating 325 guy in here, so we'll see how we kind of stack up here. Just out of curiosity, we'll see how we kind of stack up. So it's kind of, again, the numbers will be a little bit higher as is, just because, as you can see here, like all the NPCs are combat rating 312, whereas we're what, 324. So what the hell, son of a bitch. I'm getting attacked from all angles here. Okay. There we go. Now, I think from now on, what I'll probably do is I'll kind of go through this every time. So every time that we're about to like switch one of our powers, for example, we'll go through and kind of do a new loadout, or go through the loadout, you know, that we had before we decided to, you know, switch our power and everything. So
Wow, they are really putting on a show in there. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
and that way we can kind of keep up with,
Let's see.
um,
Your score is enough to prove that your physical and cognitive functions are up to speed.
I just lost my
Glad
train
to
of
hear
thought.
you're
We
in the
can
mood
keep
for
up.
shows,
We can
Beast
keep
Boy,
up with,
because
you know,
orientation's next.
and get a
Perfect
steady. You can
obstacle
also get a
course
steady
that
diet
senses
of
you've been avoiding
loadout videos too. Heck, that's what got my channel started. When I first started making DCUO videos, I started making just loadout videos, and that's what really got my channel to take off, honestly. So okay.
Welcome to orientation.
It's alphabetical?
Now, Andromeda is,
Now, what I also would like to do and need to do at some point too is,
Excess and Kid Flash are
once we
related.
get our other characters that we, you know, our Let's Play characters and our walkthrough characters, once we get them up to certain levels, we can make loadout videos for those too. So, you know, nature and sorcery.
We're under attack. Brainy, situation report.
Pro-Tech androids have invaded the entire Legion HQ, but they are focusing on my lab.
Beast Boy, wait.
Impulsive, but possibly useful. The androids are scattering in odd patterns, trying to throw off my predictive algorithms. Starfire, can you follow that other group?
I will tail them.
Okay, let's go. On to the next thing. Hey, an Earth character. I felt like when I played Earth, like Earth is probably my favorite power. I played Earth for pretty much 2 or 3 years consistently, and I felt like a lot of times that I was the only. Ooh, there's a thing over here I never even noticed. I felt like I was the only Earth character around a lot of times.
Friendly update on Tinsel's pronouns. He, him, lad.
There we go. There we go. Now what I do like to do is I do like to save my supercharge for the bosses. I mean, obviously you can use them in the ads, but I just feel like that's a waste, kinda, so. Alright, let's get it.
The androids left behind a new friend. Please, protect my lab!
A metal construct against a guy with magnetic powers? Okay, Mordrew. Yeah, right. He's resisting. Okay, Mordrew.
So are we gonna just attack him, or are we gonna try to do the whole, like, move the things, or... We're gonna get all these things over. Okay. How many more of these things we got? I don't know, what'd you do? Okay. Put that down. Is that all of them? Go time. Go time, bitches. Oops. I done messed myself up. So also, you want to make sure, too, don't forget that you are in at least a somewhat close proximity to the enemy to get yourself, you know, maximum amount of damage, because if you are too far away, you'll notice that some of the powers won't hit. Like if you're, like here seems to be okay, but in some instances, like I said, if you're too far away, you know, you can't just be like on the other side of the room and expect to, you know, do a good amount of damage. You have to be somewhat close. So, where are you going there, bud? Where are you going there, bud? Alright, let's do this. Stop it. Ow, what are you doing to me? Why are you coming after me? Go away. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
He's about to jump again. Don't want to be where he lands.
So again, you don't want to be on the other side of the room. That's no. Oh, oh, good lord.
And stay down.
Alright,
Okay,
so.
monstrosity. That was such a cool fight. You were fucking amazing. I mean, we all good, Blaney?
Aside from my lab being completely destroyed, yes.
And the food court's clear. Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, Lightning Lad, you coming?
On our way.
Be there soon.
Wait,
Whoa,
I need
Cosmic
to
Boy,
get
you got
this
here fast.
thing up here. So I never got this one apparently either.
Quizlet love everybody, especially you.
Okay, so where are we going here? We gotta go this way. We're going up here.
Hey, everybody. Wait.
What? Surprise. An inferior version from an inferior universe. Just as Mordru said.
Lightning Lad, Saturn Girl, get to the food court. It's a food fight.
Alright, here we go. So we're gonna do our thing. And we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Use our supercharge to get that increased damage. Get that little bit extra defense. Bastard. No, you bastard, no. No. Stupid cosmic boy, lightning lad, whoever the hell you are. Whatever stupid Legion member you are. See, then you can throw some weapon attacks in there. So we're just going left to right. God. And then easy peasy. So this guy burned out pretty quick. And there we go.
Is everyone all right?
2 Cosmic Boys?
One of them said he was working with Mordru. That one. I think.
And our cosmic boy is out cold. He'll need time to recover.
He's been through
So there you go.
We all have. We'll make sure.
Kind of a
Great.
loadout slash guide
Brainiac 5
there
is
for
deputy
electric
leader. I
DPSing.
guess you're in charge now.
As you can see there.
Do we need to vote for a second deputy leader?
So Miss Jenga actually beat us by about 500,000. And in that case, you probably got out DPS because she probably has a lot more skill points than you do. Probably has a lot more skill points and therefore has a lot more stats. So her stats are probably better. And obviously, the more stats that you have, the better numbers you will have. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to conclude this video right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, we'll see you soon.